My name is Evangelist Barrister Jerry O. Enoja, Osondu Enoja. I'm a legal practitioner, a private legal practitioner. I am not surprised that I'm seeing such an influx of people from the north in the southeast. And my reason is very simple. Since this government came on board, they have not hidden their intention to conquer the South, to Islamize the South. When this government came on board in 2015, we had expectations that Nigeria is going to change for the better. Some other few minor opinions that were experienced were then not recognized. But majority held the view that this government is going to change, that the Boko Haram insurgents, they are going to silence it. But today we are seeing the opposite. The incoming of people from the south, from the north to the south, is to further Islamize Nigeria as they have threatened. Because this lockdown, the president of Nigeria made an order for a closure of state borders. But today, people are coming in because they don't want, they have their own agenda. The agenda in the sense that there was no advertisement for work in the south. Offices are closed, industries are closed, businesses are closed down. So those who are coming in from outside the south, what are they looking for? That tells you there is a sinister motive. It is not just that they are Nigerians. More so, as we agree that the law gives them freedom of movement, freedom of residency in any part of the country. But this particular period is not a period for any person to move from one place to the other. Number one is to regulate the spread of this COVID-19, which is a deadly disease. So any person moving from one place to the other, especially when they are coming in droves, in buses, in trailers, and all those or not, hiding in trailers to the south. That tells you these are trained jihadists that we are sent to go and live in our bushes, in uncompleted buildings, in caves, and in all manner of places to ensure that when they blow the whistle, when they give them signal, they will invade the villages and the towns. So I see this as a big threat to not only our faith as Christians, but a threat to our lives, because we are no longer secure. And why we are very angry is because some of the people we have in authority, like our state governors, they are not doing anything. That's why people today are saying, look at what's happening what happened in the West. People saw what these Fulani people are planning, and they came together and said, okay, let us defend ourselves. But when the Southeast wanted to do their own, they said, okay, let us do community policing. Are you reporting to the same police that have failed? Are you reporting to who? If you look at when this government came into power, they did not hide their intention to do what they are about to do now. Do you know why? All the military and paramilitary architectures in Nigeria are being manned by people from particular ethnic group, except road safety, Federal Safety Corps. Every other organization in Nigeria are being manned from people from a particular ethnic group. That doesn't speak well for our democracy. That doesn't speak well for our federal character principle of appointing political offices. The solution to this issue of invasion of the north in the south is let this country separate. That's why I support the agitation for Biafra. And my reason is very simple. These people that are coming, they are being indoctrinated into believing that except every part of Nigeria is Islamized, that that the rest of Nigeria becomes their slaves, that they will not have rest. They will not be at peace. So this is what they are teaching them from childhood until they adult. They carry that mentality. And there's nothing else to preach to them that they believe. Now, restructuring is part of APC a constitution and part of their campaign slogan. Today, this is the 5th year that the president of Nigeria from APC is ruling Nigeria. Nobody is talking of restructuring. So there is nothing we do to them that will make them to restructure Nigeria. They will not. They don't want to hear that, because when you restructure Nigeria, it will give every other component that make this Nigeria the opportunity to exercise their freedom in technology, in science, in education, in medicine, in law, and all that. Can you believe it today that they import people from Chad, Niger, other parts of the world, Arab world, to come and man hospitals in the north and pay them higher wages, but they will reject their fellow southern doctors from the south? So it is very important that we look at it from this perspective. So if Nigeria, for example, is going to invade Ghana now, it will be international war. But today, they will tell you that it's a domestic affairs. So I believe that the solution we have to this problem is let this Biafra agitation, let every son and daughter from the southeast, south, support this agitation for Biafra, so that we shall be alone. As Christians, we can be alone and do the things the way God wants us to do it.
There are many factions agitating for Biafra. One is IPOB, the other one is MASOP. There are so many of them. How do you think it will be easy to unite and fight and get this country called Biafra?
Remember, they have only one objective. All of them is Biafra. So let there be even more, so that they can sensitize and mobilize our people, so that our people's consciousness will be raised to the maximum point. Because even as at now, some people are still dilly-dallying whether this issue of Biafra, whether it will work, whether it will not work. Some are afraid, some are not lukewarm, some are in the forefront. Of course, you know, in every country where there is this agitation, everybody will not join. So that's why we advocate, let there be even more, so that the consciousness of our people will be raised, because they are pursuing only one objective. We have pretended enough. 60 years, 61 years today is not 60 days. We have pretended enough that we are Nigerians, that we love ourselves, but we continue killing our destinies. So our children have no future. Let me give you an instance. In 1997, Dr. Ezekiel Rizog manufactured the first indigenous, locally made car with 90% local fabrications. The then head of state, General Sani Abacha, promised that the federal government is going to sponsor the manufacture to produce a mass. But what happened? The day they invaded Izogo's factory, they collected both the manual for mass production, everything he had there, it was stolen by armed men wearing Nigerian army uniform. Today they are no more there, and that was how they killed that initiative. By now, if Ezekiel Rizog was supported by the government of Nigeria, by now Nigeria will be exporting cars to other countries. Recently, one of our brothers, Professor Morris, who the former INEC chairman, he said that he had the solution to this COVID-19. Nigerian government refused to support him. My message is this: all these Igbo young men and the women that are building houses in the north, in the west, they should stop that. They should avoid it for now. All of them should think home, because there is no place like home. If they have not seen what's happening, if they have not seen the handwriting on the wall, they should start now to look at the board, so that they will see the handwriting on the wall. My message for them is that every person born in this southeast or from southeast, they should know that we, like Ojukwu told them, one day, anyị Ghana, we must return home, because what they are teaching us here and what they are teaching them there are two different things. While we are being taught that they are our brothers, they are being taught that we are their enemies. And the pattern have not changed. So my message is that we are Biafrans because we have been rejected in Nigeria, and we have to hold our own destiny in our own hands. We will not allow our destiny to die. Neither do we allow those of our children.
So you support what Nnamdi Kanu is doing?
Nnamdi Kanu is my role model.
Mm.
I love what he's doing. I support him 100%. So, constitutionally, let me point that out. Constitutionally, I don't support killing and fighting. There are procedures at international level. Nigeria, Biafra should go to court. Because there is a structural war in Nigeria. There is a killing of people in the south. So these are what we can document and take it to the international court and bring action against the federal government of Nigeria and the rest of Nigeria, that we have the right for self-determination. We fought a civil war earlier than now, and today the same system, the same factors that led us to fight that war are still on ground and increasing in dimension. So I don't want to shed blood. I want our people to go to court, use negotiation, use court processes and pressure from international community to give us Biafra, because South Sudan in 11th July 2011, the Southern Sudan was separated from Northern Sudan when they were unable to agree. And the same thing that's happening in Nigeria now and Biafra that was happening there. So I think my advice is that they should not follow it in a manner that will bring about shedding of blood, but they will follow it constitutionally and legally, both at and use political means to achieve it.